Secretary of State Mike Pompeo arrives in Israel after virtually having no foreign travel on his agenda due to the coronavirus pandemic. Pompeo landed in Israel today and has already met with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. He's also scheduled to meet with Defense Minister Benny Gantz. Now, all this comes just one day before their unity government is set to be sworn into office. Here to discuss the importance of Pompeo's trip is a former mayor of Shiloh, Israel, David Rubin. Thank you for joining us.
Good to be with you.
We know the U.S. and Israel are very strong allies, but why is Pompeo choosing to travel to the country at this time during the pandemic, especially a day ahead of the unity government?
Well, this is actually the perfect time as he sees it. You have to remember, Pompeo has been holed up in Washington, just like the entire Trump administration. They haven't been doing too much traveling. So he wanted to have a foreign trip. It's very timely because, as you said, Israel is forming a government, and the government will be sworn in as of tomorrow. So he wants to meet with them. There are several burning issues. And first and foremost is obviously the coronavirus. There's been a lot of cooperation between our two countries. The second issue is Iran. And Iran, despite the fact that they've been very hard hit by the coronavirus, and they've basically been dumping bodies into mass graves, but they haven't stopped their nuclear bomb program, and they haven't stopped their weapons program. They're going full speed ahead with all of these aggressive programs, and they are supporting terrorists throughout the Middle East and around the world. So that's another important issue that needs to be discussed.
Exactly. Iran always remains a very hot topic regarding Israel trying to subside those Iranian threats. But there are reports that the U.S. is concerned over Israel's growing relationship with China, which is expected to be another talking point. Specifically, there are reports that the U.S. has wearily eyed Chinese investments in infrastructure projects across Israel as potential security risks for years. And both President Trump and Pompeo warned if Israel does not curb its ties with China, security cooperation and intelligence sharing could be limited. How much of this will be the topic of conversation during Pompeo's trip?
Well, that is an issue. It's not something that's an issue that's going to damage relations between our two countries, God forbid. But no, there is tremendous intelligence sharing. Israel is well aware of the threats from the Communist Party in China. And there has been a long period that China has been cultivating economic ties with Israel and investment in Israel. However, even before the coronavirus started, there were discussions with the Trump administration, and there were serious discussions in the Netanyahu administration about where to draw the lines, about making very clear red lines that the Chinese should not be involved in any kind of infrastructure projects in Israel, anything that could lead to espionage. There were no illusions about the Chinese, in short, and and I, for one, am well aware of the Chinese efforts at economic domination around the world, and possibly worse than that. So yes, it's a serious issue and needs to be discussed. Our two countries are as good as any as far as intelligence goes. So there's going to be a lot of cooperation between Pompeo and Netanyahu in trying to get to the bottom of what really happened in Wuhan.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.